Violated
Can you tell me
today.
your name?
Good citizen. Sad citizen today.
For what?
Because my rights were violated by that young lady. Well, you know what? If I told you that you couldn't come in here, say if you were wearing a cross, when you came in here, if I told you you couldn't come in because of your religion, would your rights be violated?
I'm sorry. Can you? I don't want to be recorded. I'm not even on Facebook.
In public.
You're infringing on.
I'm infringing on your. See,
I didn't ask. Did you ask me?
I don't care. I'm not going to ask you. No. Now I'm just going to do it.
No. Did you ask?
No. Nope. And I won't. So enjoy that.
Please do.
Enjoy them. No. I'm gonna disseminate it to hundreds of thousands of people.
And you know what?
What's up?
God's watching you very closely.
Well, you know what? That's actually freedom of religion we just spoke about. Also freedom of the press. So beat it.
Get over yourself.
So she's no. Just get it. By me using my right that is actually real and protected by law, I'm infringing on her right to privacy, which is non-existent and is not protected by law. That's what she just said, right? That's basically what she just said. So.
Can I help you?
No, I'm good, thank you.
I'm sorry, but are you doing videos?
I'm sorry?
Are you doing videos?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm sorry. Unfortunately, we can't do videos. You're certainly welcome to take pictures. And I can certainly show you around if you'd like to take pictures.
That's a new one, so I can't do videos, but I can take pictures.
Would you like to speak with my director about it?
No, I'm good, thanks.
All right, well, I'll have her send her down for you, okay?
Hey, Rusty.
You just said that you would like an apology.
Yes.
And what would you like an apology in regards to?
So you told us that we couldn't film, we couldn't video record.
Yes.
Which is a violation of our First Amendment right.
Well, I'm sorry if that was misunderstood on my part.
Hold on, I don't want the passive aggressive apologies. Keep that. Let's zip it out. Like let's retry. Hold on, Rusty. No, you're excused. I don't want you to apologize. I feel it. I'm leaving here with your job, or I'm leaving here with a real apology. And I was kind enough to offer you that because, as Jessica will tell you, I don't normally do that.
Kind enough to offer to do a tour and take pictures.
Okay.
My apologies for misunderstanding. And if you would like to do what you're doing, that's fine.
How do you misunderstand? You said you can't video record here. How is that a misunderstanding?
I do have a question for you, Rusty. As you're walking away, you speak to him, but you don't speak to me. I didn't get an apology from you. You literally asked what the apology would be for, and you didn't let him finish his sentence before cutting him off for the fake apology.
You know what, Rusty? You know what? You do have to work. You guys close at what, 7?
8.
8 o'clock? All right, so right now it is 5. So you got about 2 hours, 55 minutes till you close. Enjoy your last 2 hours and 55 minutes employed by the town of Orange. She was asking you to contact, so she tells us, so I understand the sequence of events. She tells us that we can't film in a public place. She's wrong. And then when she comes up here to have you enforce that and you don't because we're right and she's wrong, in lieu of apologizing, she asks if you want her to call police on a unofficial line. Is that basically what's happened so far?
Yes, not call. I apologize that Rusty violated your rights and treated you like absolute crud.
That was crazy, and Banana Anna brings up a great point. It's usually the people that are going around reminding you that they're a good person that are not actually good people. Like, what good people do you know run around saying, I'm a good person, please believe me? It's usually the people that aren't so good. And she's threatening me with God. God's watching. He will smite you. You know what's interesting? They want to fall back on the freedom of religion, but they don't want you practicing your First Amendment right. And it's interesting because they're both reflective as the 5 components of the First Amendment. I'm a good person! God is watching you! No filming! And that's the reason we stopped you today. What's going on, guys? We're at the Wheeler Public Library in Orange, Massachusetts. I'm with Banana Anna. Her link's in the description.
Thanks for the hot girls. You too. Can I help you?
No, I'm good, thank you.
I'm sorry, but are you doing videos?
I'm sorry?
Are you doing videos?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'm sorry. Unfortunately, we can't do videos. You're certainly welcome to take pictures. And I can certainly show you around if you'd like to take pictures.
That's a new one, so I can't do videos, but I can take pictures.
Would you like to speak with my director about it?
No, I'm good, thanks.
All right, well, I'll have her send her down for you, okay?
I'm just gonna keep videoing. I'm usually just told I can't take any pictures or video. I haven't been told yet that I can't take video. I'll give myself a tour.
Video sounds good.
Yeah, video sounds good. That's fast.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jessica. Who'd you say?
Is it Jeff?
Jeff? No.
Ah.
No, who's Jeff?
No.
Well, it's not me.
No.
I'm not Jeff. Yeah, who's Jeff?
No, I've seen the YouTube channel, but I'm getting my names mixed up today.
Which
so I
YouTube?
apologize.
Which YouTube channel?
Did I say I'm getting my names mixed up today? I don't
That's
know.
all right. What did it start with?
I cannot remember. I'm sorry. I just got back from delivering books to seniors.
That's all right. Was it accountability something?
I think so.
I mean, accountability for all.
That sounds right. Yeah.
What's that young lady's name that just came and talked to you?
The woman that just came to speak with you?
Either Rusty or Jen.
The young lady. Oh, she just came in.
Yeah.
She told us we're not allowed to film in the library. Can you believe that? Yeah, I need some accountability there.
I couldn't believe it.
So she was wrong, wasn't she?
Well, depends on who you ask. Like, we can't stop you, but we'd prefer you didn't.
Yeah. So like, what do you mean? Like, depends on who I ask. Like, where would I ask that would say besides her that I can't film in a public place? Like, what suggestion would that? Where would that be from?
Let me get you. Let me see. Again, I apologize. There is
Wheeler Memorial Library.
There are state laws against filming audio without consent, and it is
Uh,
not
so-
our job to enforce those laws.
So
We
just
have
so you
to
know, you're
report them.
talking about the wiretapping laws,
Yep.
and in 2018 those were repealed, so those really aren't even applicable.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, like, so what that was for is like if you were surreptitiously recording someone and I had a microphone in my pocket or something,
Right.
but
Yeah, the issues with those in a public library is if you're walking around and recording, like we have people doing, taxes or filing unemployment and
I'm
stuff
not
on our
just recording,
computers.
I'm live.
yeah, she's live. So I guess my question is, as a matter of law, is this lady right here? What's her name with the blue shirt there? Was Rusty or Jen? Which one is that?
Oh, that's Rusty.
Rusty. Okay. Yeah. So she was telling us that we weren't allowed to film in the library. So she was incorrect, obviously.
Yes,
Yeah.
legally speaking, we do ask people not to film, but
So if
we
so,
can't stop you if you.
so
do it
fair
anyway.
question. If I walked in and I didn't know any better, and Rusty said to me, "Oh, you can't film in the library. You're not allowed," and then I turned around and walked out based on the information that she gave me, then that means my rights would have been what? Violated, right? Right.
I'm gonna make you say it because that's a very leading sentence, but.
But
It's not leading, it's just honest.
yeah, but so
Yeah.
I mean, so I could have, if I wanted the town to be subject to litigation, I could have turned around, walked right out because my rights can't be violated until I help you violate them. But Rusty, did you learn today? I'm sorry, what was your name, young lady? I apologize.
Do you want me to call?
One second, I'm speaking to Jessica. Thank you.
She's rusty.
Rusty,
on the laws.
Rusty.
I'm sorry.
Did you want me to call Sally?
She's a bit rusty on the Constitution. She wants to call you want to call the police rusty? Is that what you're trying to do? So did you learn something today? Did Jessica teach you that you were wrong? Did you want to apologize to us for infringing on our rights?
Oh, she's taking pride in
She must be rusty on the Constitution. That's a good point. Can I please get a pen and paper? Because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a records request. I want to get Rusty's full name, her dates of employment, and her salary for my video. So thank you very much. Usually, if people just they make a mistake, they apologize. That's it. I'm not yelling at anybody. I'm not being mean. It's just I do take it seriously when someone tries to infringe on my rights. A lesser knowledge person on the Constitution and our liberties would have said, "Oh, okay," and they would have turned around and walked out. And then someone would have told them a week down the road, well, actually, they were wrong. The Constitution allows no expectation of privacy in public. Their rights are violated, and then they file suit against the town, and then the taxpayers pay for it, and then funding comes from places like the library, because we both know that when it comes to city funding or town funding, the library is always the last concern as far as where to disperse that funding. So that's a serious
liability. So if she just wants to apologize, that'd be great.
Do you think that that's like typically a nice thing for somebody to do when we're like, you know, being seriously concerned about her treading on our rights? That she laughed? Is that normal behavior from her?
I think she's just a little nervous. This is not something we have happen every day.
Do you think that I don't get nervous when she tries to tell me that I can't do something that I know I'm allowed to do, and that she's like, you know, threatening to call people because I'm using my freedoms? Don't you think that that would make me nervous?
Absolutely.
And so the person that she was referring to, that was police, correct?
Well, unofficial police line.
Yeah, so she was asked, so not even a regular police line, she was asking, I gotta finish something. She was asking you to contact, so she tells us, so I understand the sequence of events. She tells us that we can't film in a public place, she's wrong. And then when she comes up here to have you enforce that and you don't because we're right and she's wrong, in lieu of apologizing, she asks if you want her to call police on a unofficial line. Is that basically what's happened so far?
Yes, not call the police as like, you know, to have you removed from the building or to do
That
any
would
punishment, just
that
like,
wouldn't have happened either.
Yeah. Well, but like, you know, as a town department, you know, when
You see how that would make me nervous though, when she's
I do.
threatening to call somebody who's openly carrying firearms on people who
oh, I
are
would
just
hope they
being
would not
free.
come here.
No, but
Yeah.
only because you told her not to.
Well, when we
Otherwise-
call and give other town departments, sorry to interrupt you, when we call and give other departments like a heads up, like, you know, hey, the First Amendment people are here filming. It's
No,
not
we're
to
not
make
even
them
First
come to the
Amendment.
library, it's
We're not
just
even
to give
First
them a heads
Amendment
up, like,
people, Jessica. We're not even First Amendment people. We're just free Americans not trying to be ched on
Hold
by
on.
people like Rusty.
That's concerning to me too. Why is it so? Do you inform people when somebody that dresses a certain way comes into your library, or do you call the police when somebody's coming in here and exercising their religious beliefs? If somebody comes to rent a Bible, are you calling the police
Oh,
on them
absolutely
too?
not. I
So
was
why
gonna
are
say
you-
dressing a certain way.
So
that
why would
be-
you call why would you then call the police to even notify them that people who are exercising their rights are here? That's concerning to me.
Yeah, it's not even like a First Amendment.
That's protected.
It's not even a First Amendment auditor issue. Like, that's a protected class issue. I mean, like, and you just like, you even kind of chuckled a little bit. Like, no, someone comes in here dressing a certain way, or, you know, they come in with a cross around their neck. We are absolutely going to, you're not even going to say a word to them, right? Because that's their freedom of religion.
And you wouldn't call the police. You wouldn't call armed men to notify them that they were here just because they are using their beliefs and they're wandering freely in believing the way that they do. But you would call armed men over people who are exercising their freedoms?
Because Rusty's issue here is that, you know, like I said, you walk in here and you got a cross hanging around your neck. No one's questioning it. No one's saying a word to us. But that's just one component of the First Amendment. There are 5: freedom of religion, freedom of the press, right? Freedom of speech, the right to redress your grievances. You know, this is a serious problem that one is respected over the other, and I mean, she's got a serious problem
here. I would
here.
say that that's also misuse of.
And the right of the people to peaceably assemble.
That would be misuse of calling the police. That would be misuse of the system. By calling them and letting them know that First Amendment people are here that are literally freely doing what they're allowed to do.
I mean, you're
misusing the system.
You're a First Amendment person, Jessica, right? Because you live in the United States of America. You engage in speech. And secondly, what is this building that we're in now?
It's the library.
It's the library. Perfect. So in the library, for example, and I'll put this one right back. I'm grabbing a random one. This is what, Jessica? You're not telling me the title, but what am I holding?
A book.
A book. And a book is an example of what?
Many things, but
Well-
I'm assuming you're going for freedom of speech.
Yeah, it's Carson McCullers' exhibition of their free speech. So it seems interesting that when I come into, when I come into the library using my free speech in a building that houses free speech, that Rusty, being Rusty on the Constitution, would then try and tread on my free speech. So I'd like to know, I know she has more questions, I'd like to know what's going to be, if she wants to apologize to me, I might be willing to accept that, but
That's absolutely concerning to me. But
Yeah,
how
it's
is
dangerous
that-
for
how
us
is that-
too.
How does that? We're not allowed to be nervous that people like Rusty being Rusty on the Constitution and people like you giving excuses for why she behaves the way that she does. That's unacceptable.
Yeah, it's dangerous. It's dangerous and it's irresponsible, because what happens is, like I said, I'm wearing a cross. No one's calling anyone about anything. I'm free to roam. But the same 5 components share the freedom of religion and freedom of speech. So she's going to call on, what's even more concerning is a non-official line to get police to respond, because I'm
I
using.
don't want them to come out or respond.
Well, she wanted to.
She
I mean, you
definitely-
had to stop her from doing it, and it looks like she might have done it anyways. Because the same name that you had originally said, she said, hey, what was it, Sandy?
something like that.
Something like that. I heard her.
Yes.
I heard her say that on the phone. So my problem is here is that we got a big issue. We got a really big issue in a really small town.
She's
So I'm trying to.
back roads threatening.
Yeah, it's
is what that is.
and it's dangerous because the police show up here. She's clearly like she must be an idiot. Like to because
Not
there's
even just
copies of
Rusty, just
there's
complete
copies of the
idiot.
Constitution here. So that was a poor judgment error on her behalf. But the first thing I need to start doing here is, because I'm asking for her, and you're not her, so I understand that, but I'm asking for her full name, dates of employment, and salary. Once I get that information within 9 business days under Massachusetts law and Freedom of Information
I was
law.
gonna say, yeah, I'll have to send that through town hall because she is a union employee. So,
So
the records request has to go-
9 days from here, from this moment, 9 business days, and I'm going to put that information all over the internet. And I'm going to make sure that everybody knows this type of behavior is happening in this building. So I guess what I want to know is, number one, I don't understand what's taken her so long to come out and apologize for her poor behavior and her inappropriate, unprofessional, and negligent actions. And number two, after she apologizes to us, I'd like to know what kind of training you're going to provide to the rest of the staffs so they don't look as stupid and make as many stupid mistakes as Rusty made here
I mean,
today.
it's not my job to make her feel comfortable. It's not my job to make her not feel nervous. It's your job to provide her the information that she needs to know that we are free Americans doing what free Americans should be able to do without her nervousness affecting what we do.
Look at that. Look behind you. Look behind you. Jessica, I don't know if you could help me. Could you tell me what's sitting on that chair right there? Who is that?
Oh, that's the Buddha.
That's Buddha. And Buddha is what? The religious deity and
Okay.
God for the Hindu religion. So I didn't see her putting Buddha away because that's an exhibition of someone's freedom of religion. I saw her telling me to put my camera away, which is an exhibition of my freedom of speech. So first of all, let's get her out here, have her stop making excuses. Let's get some apologies going before a lot of people get very upset with a small town. And after that, we can try and discuss how we can move forward. We do offer free training seminars. We've done it with federal agencies and state municipalities all over the country, making sure that you guys and your tax dollars and money that can go into this library to making sure the community is served isn't wasted and thrown down the drain by stupid people making stupid mistakes like her. So let's work on the apology, and then we can talk about where to go from there, Jessica. Does that sound like a plan?
I'm not going to call her out and ask her to appear on your YouTube channel.
She already
is.
So
Yeah.
either she can make herself look a little
There's
better,
a saving grace here, Jessica.
or she can make herself look a whole lot worse.
When we violate someone's civil rights, or, I mean, we learned in, what grade did you learn in?
Oh, God.
I learned
I'm
in,
too old to
I learned in
remember
the
which
first.
grade,
I learned in
to
the
be
first grade. If you do something not nice to somebody, you say sorry, Jessica. What grade did they teach you that? Probably
before school.
before
Well, that's what I'm gonna
school.
say.
So
My mom did.
And how long do we think she's been out of school? A couple years now, right? She hasn't been in school in a little bit, so she's learned that lesson. So here's where we're at. She already looks like a complete moron. All right, her ability to save face for the library and appear to be a human and not a tyrant, she still has that ability by saying, I'm sorry. If she doesn't want to, that's on her. But that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah. No, well, it's my job to represent the library on social media, not hers. So.
Okay, well,
That's
she
why I
has the ability to
So
apologize.
are you basically saying that you're not
You're
going to
sorry
even
for
ask
her?
her to apologize? Being the face of the library, you're not even going to swallow that pride a little bit and ask your employee to do the right thing?
I'm not going to ask her to come out and, be back on the camera.
So
like,
are
I
you?
understand that
Well,
I
I
can't
know
stop
that
you
makes
from
sense.
filming her, but,
That we should protect her she violated, without question, our constitutional rights. Without question. It's not even like an up for debate thing. She blatantly violated our constitutional rights. And as the highest representative of this library, you don't think it's a good idea to ask her to apologize because you don't think she should be back on camera. So it's not trying to, give us some sort of semblance of comfort that our constitutional rights were violated. It's about making sure that she's protected from any further discomfort because she looked like an idiot and is going to continue to do so. So are you here now, Jessica, to apologize on her behalf?
Yes.
Okay, so
staff do not surrender their rights as private citizens when they show up for work. And it's not part of her job to come out and appear on social media and make us...
her job, she's a public-facing employee.
Yep.
So as such, she has been trained and coached and refocused, which I'm sure has happened because her behavior sucks. She's been trained to not treat the public like shit, let alone violate their constitutional rights. So I will be satisfied if we say that she was wrong and you're sorry for her violating our rights and treating us like crap.
Well, I'm not
It's
going
not
to
funny.
say a rude
It's
word,
not
but-
funny.
I don't know why
Like you
she's
could say,
laughing.
you could say crud. Maybe it's nervous laughter.
Is it nervous laughter? Because I'm not understanding still how we're using our rights and our freedoms.
Rusty, how about an
And
apology,
being
Rusty?
nervous. I'm
I want
not
an
gonna-
apology.
I'm not, I just...
All right, Jessica. So let's just, I apologize. I apologize that Rusty violated your rights and treated you like absolute crud. So we're void of any curse words there. Please go ahead.
I apologize that Rusty violated your rights and treated you like absolute crud.
I thank you. I wish that Rusty was sorry. That's the problem, is that Rusty doesn't care.
No, I'm sure she is. And I'm
Well,
sure
I'll tell you one thing.
Come on.
Tomorrow morning, she's going to care. Tomorrow morning, when she's visible on a video to hundreds of thousands of people on a channel that has 50 million plus worldwide views, she's going to give a shit then. But giving a shit then is way too late when she should be giving a shit right now, because she's going to care when she looks like a jerk. She doesn't care when she's being a jerk. And that's a problem.
I don't think, I mean, good on you for apologizing.
Yeah, we appreciate that,
Employee.
Jessica.
But I don't think that that's really something that you should have to do.
You're biting the bullet.
It's my job.
You're throwing
not your
yourself on the
job.
train tracks for
That's
Rusty.
her job.
How long-
is to not treat the public like shit.
How long did Rusty used to work here?
Again, she's union. I cannot give that information out,
You
publicly
can't.
without it going through the records.
You can't tell us a guesstimate on how long she used to work for the town.
Not on a social media network. No.
Okay. Did she used to work here full time?
Yeah.
She did. She used to, because she doesn't anymore. I'm gonna make that commitment to myself, to you, on behalf of all the people in this community and all the people watching this video, that I'm gonna use every resource at my disposal legally. Whether it be showing up at town council meetings, whether it be hosting live streams, giving people the ability to redress their grievances and feelings about her treatment towards us today. I'm going to use all of those avenues to see if we can get her cut from her union benefits, because she's getting paid a good amount of money and receiving a hell of a lot of benefits to tread on our rights in a building that's dedicated to the same rights she's trampling on, and that's not happening.
And he's serious when he makes commitment.
I make
Serious.
commitment.
He makes commitment and he follows through.
Yeah. Do you think that I have, up until this point, I've been doing this about 5 years. Do you think up until this point I've gotten someone terminated from their position, being union, for the exact same thing that she just did to us?
Oh, probably.
How many? So do you think I've gotten police officers terminated?
I would say almost certainly. No.
Almost certainly, yeah. So do you think it'd be harder to get a police officer terminated than it would be a library staff member? Certainly, because you're dealing with two different unions, the
probably.
Fraternal Order of Police, and then you're dealing with the private city council and their unions. So I can tell you one thing: if I can get a town administrator and police officers terminated from their position, that's gonna be easy. That's gonna be lounge chair lemonade on a beach somewhere. That's how easy that's gonna be. So she wants to keep a job. I won't take it, but here's what I offer. Okay, and again, it's up to you if you want to offer her the opportunity. But I'm serious as a heart attack. I'm going to leave this building today with either an apology or her job.
An apology from her.
She may choose which one I take with me today. And that's the only reason I suggested, because if she comes out, sorry, bygones be bygones. I'm not doing records requests. I'm not doing town council meetings, and I'm not making every waking moment my sole mission to remove her from that job so she can't do that to somebody else. I'll understand that she learned a lesson. She's a human. She made a mistake, and she said she's sorry. But that's her choice. I'm leaving here with an apology or with a job, and that's up to her to make that decision, Jessica. And it's a one-time offer.
Jessica, do you enjoy working alongside Rusty? Who, even though knowing that she has complete disdain for the people that she works for, you enjoy working alongside her?
I would not say
And
she has
she
complete
and she
disdain
takes
for the
in.
people she works for.
I'm sorry?
I said I would not say she has complete disdain for the people.
In
she works
totality, or in this one instance? Because in this one instance, treating us the way that she did and trampling all over our rights, I would at a gracious minimum call that disdain.
Especially since once we tried to let her know what she had done, she laughs. She laughs and walks away.
A lot of books
the
in
way
here.
that she treated us was okay.
A lot of books in
Do
here.
you enjoy working alongside someone like that?
There's a lot of books in here.
I do. Okay.
It's real easy to read up before you tell someone they can't do something. Very easy to go many places in this library and realize that you're giving them wrong information. So what I will do is I'll hang by here for a minute before we take off. If you want to let her know my offer. And I think that it's important that she at least knows the offer exists, because she doesn't want to find out when she's watching this video at the same time town council's watching this video and they're like, yeah, we're not dealing with this anymore. It is what it is, because it's not a thing of question. It's not a thing of principle. It's a matter of law. And that's something that she violated today. So it's her choice. I'll leave with an apology or with a job here today. If I leave with an apology, she'll be one of 3. If I leave with a job, she'll be one of a dozen, cousin.
So we'll wait here while you go and speak with her.
Thank you, Jessica, for your professionalism and speaking with us today.
Even if your honesty was absolutely shitty. She's subject to her own opinion.
Now she's giving her the bad news.
Oh my gosh, this is Wheeler Memorial Library in Massachusetts.
Now she's making a life decision, like, do I really want to lose my job, or do I think they have the ability and the reach to actually remove me from my job legally? And the answer to both questions is yes, absolutely. She doesn't have to do it. That's on her. And she's apologizing to her. I'll apologize to her. I could be wrong, but it's not like she apologized to her. Not to us. Killing it today. You are killing it.
You're killing it.
The way that you're verbalizing what's happening.
Since that this woman is not gonna apologize. All the votes are coming in and they're saying that this Rusty.
I think she will.
I think Rusty's rusty on apologies and empathy.
I think she will. I think she will apologize, because who wants to lose their job?
I am.
So now she's asking her, like, what do I say to them? So she's going to apologize. And she should.
I'm literally sick to my stomach.
Me too.
With not only the way that Rusty has treated us, but how Jessica, the face of the library, backs her 100%.
It's bootlicking till the wheels fall off when we're not dealing with police. It's a public-facing issue, and this is why I say libraries are just as important as police stations, town halls, city halls, federal buildings, what have you. They're all public, and they all have people that are overpaid and undereducated work in those positions.
And if it hadn't been for Denver Metro audits, like, I don't know the next time we would have stepped into a library.
I wouldn't have.
You know, he has great perspective on why libraries are just as important as literally any other building that is open to we the people.
And here it comes. Told you. Hey,
You
Rusty.
just said that you would like an apology.
Yes.
And what would you like an apology in regards to?
So you told us that we couldn't film, we couldn't video record,
Yes.
which is a violation of our First Amendment right.
Well, I'm sorry if that was misunderstood on my part.
Hold on, I don't want the passive aggressive apologies. Keep that. Let's zip it out. Like let's retry. Hold on, Rusty.
Me. No,
No,
you
you're
asked for an
excused.
apology.
I don't
Just
want
ask
you
me if I
apologize.
could
I
give you
feel
an
it. I'm
apology.
leaving here with your job, or I'm leaving here with a real apology. And I was kind enough to offer you that because, as
And
Jessica
I
will
was
tell you, I don't
also
normally do that.
Kind enough to offer to do a tour and take pictures.
Okay.
My apologies for misunderstanding. And if you would like to do what you're doing, that's fine.
How do you
I'm
misunderstand?
sorry.
You said you
So
can't
thank you.
video record here.
Can I help you?
No, I'm good, thank you.
I'm sorry, but are you doing videos?
I'm sorry?
Are you doing videos?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, we can't do videos. You're certainly welcome to take pictures. And I can certainly show you around if you'd like to take
That's
pictures.
a new one. So I can't do videos, but I can take pictures.
Would you like to speak with my director about it?
No, I'm good, thanks.
All right, well, I'll have her send her down for you, okay?
How is that a
I do
misunderstanding?
have a question for you, Rusty. You guys are walking away. You speak to him, but you don't speak to me. I didn't get an apology from you. You literally asked what the apology would be for, and you didn't let him finish his sentence before cutting him off for the fake apology.
You know what, Rusty? You know what? You do have to work. You guys close at what, 7?
8.
8 o'clock? All right, so right now it is 5. So you got about 2 hours, 55 minutes till you close. Enjoy your last 2 hours and 55 minutes employed by the town of Orange. So that's nice. I told you I'd leave with one. I don't know. You're very nice, but I don't know if, you know, to me, a passive aggressive or a BS apology is saying something like, you have something you'd like to add, ma'am?
No, I see people upset, and I don't want to.
I'm upset too. My rights were
What's your name?
violated.
I want you to know your name.
I don't want to shake your hand because I don't know you just yet.
I'm a good person.
I bet you are, but my
But
rights
I
were
feel you are
violated.
too. What's
My
your
rights were
name?
violated
Can you
today.
Tell me your name?
Good citizen, sad citizen today,
For what?
because my rights were violated by that young lady. Well, you know what? If I told you that you couldn't come in here, say if you were wearing a cross, when you came in here, if I told you you couldn't come in because of your religion, would your rights be violated?
I'm sorry. Can you? I don't want to be recorded. I'm not even on Facebook.
In public.
You're infringing on.
I'm infringing on your. See,
I didn't ask
is-
you- did
isn't
you
it-
ask me
I
if
don't
I could
care. I'm not going to
record?
ask you.
No.
Now I'm just going to do it.
No. Did you ask? if
No,
I could be
nope, and I
recorded?
won't, and I won't. So enjoy that.
Please do.
Enjoy them.
that.
No, I'm gonna
I got your license
I'm gonna
plate.
disseminate it to hundreds of thousands of people.
And you know what?
What's up?
God's watching you very closely.
Well, you know what? That's actually freedom of religion we just spoke about. Also freedom of the press. So beat it.
Get over yourself.
So she's no, just get it. By me using my right that is actually real and protected by law, I'm infringing on her right to privacy, which is non-existent and is not protected by law. That's what she just said, right? That's basically what she just said. So my rights were actually violated because I was told I couldn't do something I can do. But she's now feeling that she's the one that's violated because I'm not going to do something that isn't a law that she's requesting that I actually can do. I just want to make sure I'm correct, and that's what happened today. Separately from her. We're gonna be making some staff changes here, Jessica. So enjoy the rest of your day. Apologize for you. I'm happy and I thank you for making the effort for that apology. But I think that you can agree that I'm sorry you felt I was violating you. I'm sorry you misinterpreted the situation. If I tell you, for example, Jessica, you can't record. You are not allowed to video record without permission. How do you misconstrue that? Or do you take that as, he just told me I can't video record without permission, that's what he meant. I didn't misconstrue it. She wanted to save her job, but at the same time, she didn't care about what she was saying. She didn't want to make an apology happen. So I'm going to stick to my word. My word is bond. So I'm going to leave, I guess, today with a job. 2, let me fix this records request and update it. Could I please have that piece of paper again, Jessica, and that pen?
Oh, I was going to ask you to write your email a little clearer too, because I can't
Sure.
quite tell.
And what's her name?
Cat
Cat with a C or a K?
with a K.
And I actually have a side note, contrary to how she behaved. And even though I am incredibly upset with the fact that that was like not even an apology. I can't even say passive aggressive apology because it wasn't. She wouldn't even speak to me, and she walked away as I'm trying to have a civil conversation with her. Contrary to all of that, what I like, you have the email provided.
Yes.
You can have another conversation with her, and I am doing something that I don't normally do because I'm usually so upset I don't even want apologies from people, but I do think that there could be a lesson to be learned here.
Nicer than I am.
And I think that maybe you can have a side conversation with her once again after we've left this building. And I'll wait until tomorrow morning because I know that you guys, are going to be closing soon. And if you'd like to reach out through that email and just address me as good citizen, you can reach me with that email too. I'm more than willing to come back if she'd like to try that apology one more time because maybe she just doesn't know how to apologize, right?
I think maybe after here's my problem with that, and she's way nicer than I am, is that after the pressure's on and this video drops and a whole bunch of people see it, then the apology, the effectiveness and the sincerity of the apology is gone. Now it's just, he told me I was going to lose my job. I didn't believe him. Now I'm going to lose my job. I'll say whatever I can to keep it because I haven't quite met the 80% that I need to retire with a good pension.
That's why I was specific about tomorrow morning because your video won't come out until probably the afternoon. Yeah. So I
got other videos too. I want to put this first. I have a cop grabbing on me that I really wanted to show people.
Tonight, but as far as on my end, I do have a lot of people who listen to what goes on in this area, and they are not happy with her being here. I'm pretty sure, like, she's tying up the line right now, but I've got 100 people right now willing to call, but she's tying up the line. So they're not happy. 100 people watching that are totally, like, sick to their stomach by her eating.
Yeah.
So I would
do better, Rusty.
To reach out for another apology if she, like I said, maybe she's gone her whole life and just never needed to apologize to somebody and just doesn't know how to do it. Because believe it or not, there are a lot of people out there that don't know how to swallow their pride long enough to give a decent apology. So maybe you can give her a life lesson on how to apologize to somebody. But if you'd like to reach out to me via email no later than tomorrow morning, I'll come
Howdy,
back
partner.
For a true one. All right?
Okay.
Thank you, Jessica.
Have a good day, young lady. Careful, Rusty's in there, and she treats people real poorly, and she likes to violate their rights, and it's so just enjoy your day. Jessica's nice, but be careful if you come into contact with Rusty. She's a tough one.
Nice.
She's a difficult one to deal with.
And you don't know how to dignify that with a response. As we're doing, she says, y'all have a good day. And I didn't even want to say anything anymore. I'm so sick to my stomach, guys. I don't know how every time we do this, people still think that it's okay to treat us like that. And then that woman threatening, like, she's got our license plate.
That's your license plate.
That's so scary. It's public information.
And secondly, you're going to run it. It's going to come back to Enterprise Rentals. So you did some good work there today.
That's true.
It's some good work there today, lady. Lady.
Oh, thank you so much. Michael Brumman sent $20. Thank you for that. He said, "Why don't you do it?" Goddess. Do you see that?
Yeah, and the cops just rolled by. There's the cops about to roll by right there, guys. There goes the cops. They're not coming. Oh, guys, huh? Check out that lady. What a waste of space. All right, she's been Banana Anna. I've been AFA. This has been the worst library, and these have been the worst public servants I've ever met in my life. They're employed by the city of Orange, Massachusetts, here at the Wheeler Library. We'll catch you on the next one. And stand up for your rights so scumbags like that can't trample on them. And that's the reason I stopped you today. There she is right there. Shame on you.